everyone, Aslan here, back with another video. It's been a while since I posted a video as well, and I already explained that in my previous videos as well. It's a bit of mixed bag when it comes to recording, posting, and editing and posting the videos. So because I am a working professional, so sometime whenever I get a time out of that busy schedule, I try to record those videos. First of all, thank you so much to all the people who have been watching my videos and liking and subscribing to the channel as well. I hope that you can continue to extend your support for my upcoming videos as well, and the least you can do is just please like the videos and subscribe to the channel, so that it gives me a much more motivation to continue making these videos as well. Today's video is going to be a bit different compared to, I'm not going to review anything today. It's a Friday, so I just wanted to talk about some tech stuff which has happened in the past week or so, or some of the things which are going to be happening in the coming weeks when it comes to the tech world. So I think let's get on with it. So the first one that I wanted to touch upon is Threads. Have you ever heard of it? I think if you haven't, you must be living under the rock, because in the last 2 days, this platform has got over 20 million subscribers itself. Thread is launched by Meta, which of course is a company that owns Instagram and Facebook as well. So they came up with this with kind of a platform which is a direct competitor to Twitter. And I believe it has that capabilities there in the platform to be able to kill Twitter at some point. But of course, Twitter has enjoyed a certain level of presence, certain years of presence within the world. But with the recent takeover by Elon Musk on that platform, a lot of things have changed. They started to make a lot of things. They started to monetize a lot of things, and I think some of the things may have been for the good, but there are a lot of things which are kind of nuisance for the people who are just new to Twitter, or the people who are just there on Twitter for the sake of just to read some stuff, to see the trending stuff up there. But with the Elon Musk takeover, he started, as I mentioned, he started to monetize everything. So he somehow previously they introduced this blue tick, and for the verified accounts, and you can purchase the blue ticks now, which for Malaysian market, of course, if it makes sense to pay around 40 over ringgit per month just for being a verified person, I think that's a bit of overkill. But anyway, there are business cases for people who really want to do it, who wants to have that blue tick in front of their name. And of course, there are some companies who have been engaging with the people as well. But when it comes to the general consumer, I don't think you should be paying to connect with your friends and families, because if you have to do that, you are taking out the whole fun out of it. And I think when they introduced this Threads, it's just a right time for the product to be launched, because people were getting annoyed with how Twitter was managing some things. I think that the recent one has been about rate limiting on the tweets, how many tweets a person who is new to Twitter, or a person who is non-verified without a no blue tick, those people, how many tweets they can see in a day. So I think it was limited to around 600, which is if you ever open Twitter, you will see that maybe you swipe once, you might end up going into a lot of tweets itself. So that counter becomes more and more the more you swipe, and that's the story about social media. We like to swipe through, either it's a photo or something that we are reading, it's trending, so we go through it, and before you know it, you might end up getting that error of a rate limit, which even for the for premium customers who are paying, that is limited to around 6,000 tweets in a day. And if we look at it from a certain perspective, a person who is paying for it, by right, why do they are being rate limited? So I think these are a lot of things which are the pain point of normal consumers out there who really want to have this communication out there. And I think Thread happened to launch at the very right time. It might be causing a lot of sleepless nights for the people working at Twitter and for Elon Musk as well. Especially, it's not being launched by someone that the industry doesn't know. It's launched by Mark Zuckerberg, and we know that with Meta, they have data from Facebook, they have data from WhatsApp, they have data from Instagram, and especially, when people they are joining into this Threads platform, you can carry over everything which is for you, which is already for you, your profile in Instagram. So if you already a verified person in Instagram, you can actually carry over those properties, and all your followers, they kind of automatically become your followers there on Thread platform as well, which is usually the target kind of when any new platform comes up. That's the main thing that companies they have to struggle with, because first thing, getting people on board, and then when you have got the people on board, finding the right people to interact with, and your friends and families, because any social media platform will become much more cohesive and much more useful the more of your friends are there. So in this case, Thread have nailed one part, that they have integrated that with Instagram in a very flawless manner, that you don't need to do a usual sign in onboarding process. You just open Threads and you can just carry over your whole Instagram profile. You don't need to even change any of your username, anything. It just goes through the Meta center and you just log in. And I think the other part is that when you log into your profile, you'll be seeing they assign you a specific number, that how many people, what's your number of joining this thread. For a small platform which just launched, I think when ironically Mark Zuckerberg announced Thread on Twitter, which might be a bit of sour spot when it goes for Elon Musk. So if he see that, of course he will be angry that you are announcing a platform which is going to be competitive with Twitter. And Mark Zuckerberg announced that there, and within the first 6 to 7 hours it has more than 10 million subscribers and is growing as well at the moment. Of course, when it goes with monetization and keeping the system running, I believe they have no plans right now to monetize it until Mark Zuckerberg mentioned that until they reaches about 1 billion users, then they might think of a monetization strategy. But yeah, it's not all bed of roses. It's still a new platform. There are a lot of things which Twitter has already matured, and there are a lot of things which are already existing there. But when it comes to Thread, it has to implement those things, and it will become more and more useful as we move forward. But I think to start off with, of course, there is the main point right now. The latest pain point, there is no monetization on that. There is no payment. You don't have to make a payment to verify yourself. You carry over your verification from Instagram. Secondly, there is no rate limiting of your tweets or whatever they call it, threads, because that's how they call it. You are no more tweeting there, you are threading there. So you're creating a thread of a story and then people link it, and that's how the name actually came into the picture as well. Anyway, I think a lot of social media influencers have already joined that, and they are already building up their subscriber follower base there, and they've already started posting there as well. So I think there are a lot of things which with the time those functionalities will definitely come to Threads as well. And I think it's a bit of ironic that a person like Mark Zuckerberg, who has been with respect to the way how the company the data sharing and all those things, about a year or two ago he was being interviewed in by Congress, Senate in US, and now he's being hauled as a as a savior for us from Twitter. But anyway, I think maybe there are some learning lessons from this for Elon Musk Twitter as well. They might end up changing something to bring people back to Twitter side, or if they don't, it might end up being in that direction, that Twitter may end up dying to uh, Threads. Anyway, if you haven't started using that, I would suggest just go ahead. There is no onboarding process. It's so quick. Within a minute you'll be up and running. And if possible, please follow me there as well. I will link all those my credentials, my page up there in the video as well, and I will list it down in the description, so please follow me there as well. I appreciate it. All right, so that is the first thing. So second thing is the imminent launch of Nothing Phone 2. Nothing Phone 2 is new to the market. Of course, we all know about how Nothing started. It's Carl Pei. He was the originally founder on OnePlus, and everyone loved OnePlus. And I've been a fan of OnePlus since the OnePlus One came out. So I was using it. I bought the OnePlus One as well, and I think as we go further and further, kind of maybe OnePlus lost that original touch of never settle. Probably that's something that there must be a fallout between Carl Pei and other founders as well, and he started his own company down the road. He has already launched three products, I believe. There is a headphones, there is a Nothing Phone 1, and the recent version, which is going to be launched in Malaysia and worldwide as well on 11th of July, is Nothing Phone 2. What I like about this product is that usually when I'm quite reserved about trying something totally new into the market, but when it comes to Nothing Phone, they started off with a mid-tier phone, mid-ranger. When they launched the Nothing Phone 1, it was not a proper flagship phone. But with the Nothing Phone 2, that's changing now. They have started to use. They are going to start using Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. Again, not the top tier. Right now, we already have 8 Gen 2 process out there, and when you go to Samsung is already using even a customized version of it. But when you go for any other company, especially like Nothing Phone 2, I think there is no harm. 8 Gen 1 is still a very powerful processor, and it's still considered, even if it's from last year, it's still considered a very powerful CPU out there. I think other than that, the sheer amount of work that they had to put into making a transparent phone, it's really remarkable. I really love the design idea behind it. I really love the way how they are passionate about their product, and it's not only for the Nothing Phone, the Nothing Buds as well. The small earbuds that they launched, that's also transparent. And they want to carry over that design architecture towards rest of their products as well, which is of course going to be amazing. I'm sure that many of you would be already following Carl Pei, and he does post about his products out there. And I think a few days back he tweeted about the factory where they are manufacturing the Nothing Phone 2. So he's back in India. He went and visited the factory, and he shared some of the work, some of the control procedures that actually go into making that phone, to make sure when you're making a transparent phone, the dust doesn't get in. What do you do to make sure the dust stays away from the phone, and nothing gets into that transparent area? And when your phone is non-transparent, it can be a mess inside. It can look as pretty as you want it to be from outside, and the moment you open the cover, it's maybe assembled in an ugly manner. But when you go with a Nothing Phone, it's amazing the way that the thing looks like. How nicely the things are arranged at the back. Of course, with the new version, there will be some other enhancements as well. We cannot expect total do-over for the Nothing Phone, but it's going to be an incremental update, which I think the most important one is as I mentioned, that it will be the new processor. There is a new glyph interface, which I would say it's practical for some, but it's very subjective choice. But it's in a world of boring phones out there, where you kind of slap a cover on top of the phone and you never see the back of your phone until you either sell it off or you remove it for cleaning. In that kind of world, a phone having a transparent back with specific LEDs integrated to it which you can customize to a certain level. And I believe with the new iteration of phone, they have made more addressable LEDs at the back, which you can customize. It gives more animations for charging. You can customize certain portions of the phone as well. I believe once it's launched in Malaysia, I hope to try it as well. And the moment I have it, I will share it first thing here with everyone. It's something that I'm excited about. As I mentioned, of course, I love tech, so anything that is a bit different, I love it, and I would love to share out with you. So moving on to the third product that I'm excited to see and use as well, hopefully, it's Samsung Galaxy Fold 5. So Z Fold 5. So this is like the fifth iteration of it, and when it comes to the foldable phones, it's, you can say, the class leading for that. There are other companies who are making. Oppo is making, and if you would have heard recently, OnePlus is planning to do a folding phone as well, and weirdly they have decided to name it OnePlus Open, and I'm not sure why would they do that. But anyway, that's their choice. They want to kind of stand out of the crowd where everyone is kind of calling it a fold or flip. They want to stand out and call it something different, so that people remember it with a different name. And then no kind of press is a bad press. If it's different, people might notice it more, and it might get more highlights there. So I'm excited about the Galaxy Z Fold 5. First thing, because it's of course the fifth iteration of Z Fold 4. Z Fold 4 itself is it's an amazing phone. The sheer amount of engineering that has gone in making that phone, and the hinges and all that, amazing. But I think we cannot expect that it's gonna be a ground up rebuilding of Z Fold 4, because if it's Z Fold 4 is already very capable device, and there is a certain niche market segment of people who really use it for their utility phone. So it's not a mainstream phone. I will call it's a utility phone, which people with certain use cases will use it, who either take notes or who likes to read it in a certain way. But as usual, I think for the folding phones to become mainstream, the price need to come down. At the moment, of course, you go with the Z Fold 4 in the least configuration as well, it's costing above 6,000. So that's quite a lot for any device if it is to become a mainstream. Again, of course, when you go with the Z Fold fold devices, you don't get the flagship kind of camera. And I hope that with the new iteration, they kind of do something about the camera, where the Ultra series devices, the Galaxy S series Ultra, if they can integrate those kind of cameras into the Fold series as well, probably that will make an extra case for people to use that as well. Because for myself as well, I'm not a person who uses Fold. Reason only because, first thing, I like to use gimbals when I'm recording videos out and about, and it's very difficult to fit that thing in a gimbal. And then especially when it's in open place, it's huge device, you can't fit it in any place. And secondly, the camera quality. So because it's not carrying the same flagship level cameras of the Ultra devices, you kind of lose those extra zooming capabilities as well. You don't have that 10x zoom. So anyway, I think other than that, it's going to be a great device. I have already registered for the live event, which is going to happen on 26th of July. So I hope that for the tech world out there, you do register and watch that. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not a specific brand follower. I usually like tech in general, so I watch all the Apple launch events as well. I watch all this, even sometimes Xiaomi hosts any events, even for their MIUI as well. I do watch that. And when it goes to Samsung, the events, I do watch that as well. So I look forward to seeing this Samsung Z Fold 5 launched, and I hope that I can get my hand on it, and then I will be happy to share my reviews about that with you. So that's about it. I think I have covered all the things that I wanted to talk about. If you have anything that you want to talk about, you want to share your comments, you want to share your thoughts about the video, the things that I've discussed in this video, feel free to comment, and we can start that conversation from there. I'll be happy to interact with you. I'll try to make this kind of video, a Tech Friday video, as a main video, so that I can continue to do that. But at the end, if the time allows, I will definitely do that. But thank you so much for now. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a happy weekend ahead. Talk to you in the next video. See you. Bye.